I'm going to be giving a speech to entertain about the time that my sister and I tried to make homemade bread. So we were younger. I was 12 and she was 10. And we were at the uh, kitchen counter thinking about ideas of what we could do. It was like a summer and we just gotten out of summer camp and we were super bored, didn't know what to do. So we were thinking about ideas. It was before we had iPhones. We had like a laptop each. So we were looking on there on ideas of what to do. And we came across like a Pinterest summer to-do list board. So we're like, perfect. We ended up going through the list and we found how to make bread. So it wasn't a WikiHow or anything. It was like a homemade Pinterest post about how to make bread, like just regular homemade bread. So we went to the store. We're within walking distance. So we walked to the store and we got all the ingredients, the flour, the yeast, everything that we needed. I think we ended up making pumpkin bread actually. So we got the pumpkin puree and everything. And we come back, we turn on, or we get the directions. It wasn't even a video. We had like written directions. So we looked at the directions, we read it through first, and then we started at step one. And keep in mind, sometimes I do things that are super blonde, and sometimes my sister, more than me, does things that are super blonde. And so we started reading the directions and started getting all of our ingredients together, put the flour in, put the eggs in, mix it all together, use the whisk, whatever. We're doing it and we're following step by step, and halfway through creating the dough, me and my sister were like, we're going to call our parents and we're going to let them know that they're going to have the most amazing bread ever. So we call our parents and we're talking for like 10-15 minutes about how this bread is going to taste amazing. And my parents are super like excited about it. They're ready to see what we can create, especially because we were younger. So they were pretty like intrigued about how it was gonna taste. And I was in a culinary class at the time, and it was for like middle schoolers. So obviously it wasn't very like advanced at all. So we ended up making the bread, put it in the oven, and we didn't realize that we didn't put the actual oven, on the right temperature. We had it like 100 degrees less than it should have been. So we put it in for the amount of time. The top part, we put it in a pan where you could only see the top of the bread. So like it wasn't a clear glass one or anything. So we take the bread out, we look at it, we're like, this looks amazing, this looks dope. So didn't test it with a fork, didn't to make sure it wasn't sticky or anything. And so we took the bread out, let it cool. Then my parents come home, they make dinner, we have dinner, and then we're like, let's go. We're gonna have some bread, it's gonna be amazing. So we take it out. We had it on the counter, it was cooling off. So we take it out and we start cutting it up, and we realize it was only me and my sister preparing this part. We realized that it was kind of squishy, so we get everybody a piece, whatever. It's not really the consistency it's supposed to be. My dad takes the first bite, and it wasn't cooked all the way through, so he's like sitting there at the table like gagging, and everybody was dying laughing. It was so funny. It was one of my favorite memories because it was the funniest thing ever. Long story short, we've never tried to make bread ever again.